As we conclude this journey through smart connected ecosystems and the future of customer relationship management, let's take a step back to reflect on what lies ahead and what truly defines this new era of marketing. Here is a comprehensive conclusion about the human future of CRM in smart connected ecosystems. The world we are moving toward, made of smart cities, connected mobility systems, intelligent objects, and wearable devices, is not just about technology. In fact, this evolution is not entirely new. In the early days of CRM, companies made the same mistake. They saw technology as the solution, not the means. Databases, customer analytics, and automated campaigns were introduced to cut costs and increase efficiency, but not to truly connect with people. The result was a generation of CRM systems that were technologically advanced yet emotionally empty, systems that manage data, not relationships. Today, we risk repeating that paradox with AI and IoT. Many organizations rush to automate every process, guided by consultants who promise productivity and savings. But automation without empathy is not progress. It is alienation. If we use AI and IoT only to control, predict, and optimize, we reproduce the same instrumental mindset that once reduced customers to data points. The real challenge is to use these intelligent technologies not to replace human relationships, but to enhance trust, comfort, and well-being. Only then will technology truly serve the customer, not the other way around. It is about creating a seamless, human-centered ecosystem where data, intelligence, well-being, and trust flow together to enhance life quality. We are witnessing a profound transformation of relationship marketing, a shift from short-term transactions to sustainable, human-centered relationships supported by AI-based intelligent ecosystems. In this new paradigm, companies are no longer evaluated only by quantitative sales, market share, net promoter scores to measure satisfaction or click rates. New KPIs are emerging: consumer well-being, empowerment, and trust, as essential indicators of relational performance. In this model, the chain of relationship marketing value has evolved. It begins with perceived value, which leads to satisfaction, then to trust, and from trust to well-being. Well-being strengthens loyalty, nurtures engagement, and ultimately enhances individual customer lifetime value. At the collective level, this translates into customer equity, the strategic heart of the brand's long-term success. CRM is no longer about managing data. It is about managing human experiences that are intelligent, ethical, and meaningful. From smart cities to smart connected ecosystems enhancing brand, customer relationships. First, we explored the rise of smart connected ecosystems. From smart cities and smart mobility systems to connected homes and devices, dynamic environments powered by sensors, algorithms, and real-time data. These cities are more than infrastructures. They are living systems that connect transportation, energy, and citizens through shared information. These environments are designed to anticipate needs, optimize flows, and reduce friction in daily life. AI and IoT technologies now connect transport, energy, health, and entertainment into a unified data-driven system. For example, connected mobility can personalize routes, reduce congestion, and minimize environmental impact, while energy networks adjust dynamically to consumption patterns. But as we saw, this technological progress comes with major managerial and ethical challenges. How can we govern these massive data flows ethically while protecting individual privacy? How do we ensure that personalization enhances autonomy rather than control? And how do we balance automation with inclusion so that the benefits of smart ecosystems reach everyone, not just the most connected? The answer is not purely technical, it is relational. The success of smart ecosystems will depend on how well we can use technology to create customer-perceived value, cognitive, emotional, and social value that makes individuals feel both understood and empowered. These questions remind us that the future of CRM is not technical or instrumental. It will depend less on technology itself and more on the human values that guide it. The task of marketing managers is no longer just to predict behavior. It is to design connected ecosystems that build trust, transparency, and well-being at scale. Creating perceived value by two paths, cognitive and affective. Our research showed that perceived value in connected environments is built through two complementary paths. One, the cognitive path, where customers evaluate functionality, efficiency, and utility. In this path, technology must deliver clear, measurable benefits, saving time, improving convenience, optimizing performance. For example, a smart home or mobility systems that automatically regulates temperature and energy creates value by increasing comfort and reducing costs. For instance, When a smart mobility platform reduces commuting time or energy costs, users perceive strong cognitive value. They see the system as rationally beneficial and reliable. This cognitive value builds confidence and reinforces the perception that technology is useful and reliable. 2. The effective path, where customers experience emotions, reassurance, and trust. This involves feelings of pleasure, reassurance, inspiration, and belonging. When an AI assistant communicates with warmth or aligns with personal values such as sustainability or safety, it triggers emotional connection, a sense of comfort and appreciation. This path is driven by social presence, empathy, and a sense of being cared for. When AI speaks naturally, becomes anthropomorphic, responds kindly, or aligns with personal values such as sustainability, people feel emotionally connected. This affective dimension is what transforms mere satisfaction into well-being and ultimately into loyalty. Together, these two paths form the essence of perceived value in smart connected ecosystems. The cognitive path builds rational trust, while the affective path builds emotional attachment. A balanced combination of both creates satisfaction, enhances well-being, and drives long-term loyalty. In short, the future of marketing lies in designing experiences that make sense and feel right at the same time. Personalization in smart ecosystems, from data to empowerment. Then we explored how AI-driven personalization has become the engine of smart ecosystems, shaping mobility, home living, health, and entertainment. Personalization now means more than remembering a name or purchase history. It means connecting data from multiple devices, cars, homes, watches, and wearables, etc., anticipating user needs, adapting interfaces, and delivering personalized context-aware experiences that evolve with every interaction. Yet, to be effective, personalization must remain human-centered. Across our studies, from autonomous vehicles and smart homes to fitness trackers and food recommenders, the results were remarkably consistent and all confirmed the same logical chain. Personalization leads to increased perceived value, which in turn fosters empowerment, builds trust into the brand, and subsequently enhances user well-being, which is finally the key to strengthen brand loyalty. This empowerment builds trust, as users perceive that the system acts in their best interest. Trust enhances well-being, reducing anxiety and creating comfort. And well-being leads to loyalty, long-term engagement with the brand, service, or ecosystem. Empowerment plays a central role. When technology gives users a sense of control and understanding, it turns personalization from something passive into something participatory. When personalization helps people make better decisions, it creates empowerment. Users feel in control, capable, and supported. People feel they are co-creating their experiences rather than being managed by algorithms. That feeling of empowerment builds trust because users perceive that the system works with them, not against them. Once trust is established, people experience well-being, emotional comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. This emotional satisfaction fuels loyalty and engagement. However, personalization is not without risks, and this chain is fragile. To make personalization truly work, we must respect the privacy calculus. We must manage the privacy calculus, the constant evaluation customers make between the benefits of personalization and the perceived risks of data exposure. If transparency is low, or if users feel manipulated and controlled, the balance becomes negative and trust collapses. Transparency, user control, and visible benefits are essential to keep this balance positive. Therefore, managers must ensure that personalization is accompanied by clear data communication, user control, and visible value. Equally important is the reduction of cognitive overload. In the age of hyper-personalization, too many alerts or recommendations can exhaust users rather than empower them. Effective personalization is not about delivering more information, it's about delivering the right information at the right time to the right user. Good personalization is about offering better, more relevant, synthesized information at the right moment to reduce decision fatigue and cognitive dissonance. Simplicity, clarity, and emotional resonance are the new cornerstones of smart relationship design. In conclusion, our research emphasizes a new attitudinal, emotional, and behavioral chain of customer relationships, a process that begins with personalization, which increases perceived value, fosters empowerment, builds trust, enhances well-being, and ultimately strengthens brand loyalty. Yet, most companies today stop far too early in this chain. They continue to measure only customer satisfaction, often through superficial indicators like the Net Promoter Score, a metric that asks customers if they would recommend the brand. but not if they truly trust it or feel better because of it. Satisfaction alone is transactional. It captures the absence of frustration, not the presence of emotional connection. This explains why loyalty levels remain alarmingly low. According to our research, and supported by multiple academic studies, only 2 to 5% of customers can be considered 100% loyal to a single brand. In other words, brands today simply do not deserve customer loyalty because they fail to cultivate the deeper drivers that sustain it. They build satisfaction, but not trust, efficiency, but not well-being. True loyalty arises only when personalization translates into emotional security, trust, and comfort. When technology not only performs well, but genuinely cares. That is why this new customer relationship management paradigm, grounded in trust and well-being, is not just an academic insight. It is the most important message of this entire course. It reminds us that the future of CRM is not about increasing transactions, but about deepening human relationships, relationships that empower, reassure, and last.